Hey, it's Shaves. Welcome back to Piss Pirates, Fishman Island Log comparison stream. This is episode 8 that we will be watching tonight. Comes out in an hour or so, a little over an hour, a bit early. But didn't know whether or not I was going to be able to stream tonight because I had a party in the evening. But I managed to get back home in time for this, which is great. And because of that, I wasn't able to spend all day like I normally do, doing all the preparation. So it's not as prepared as it's been in the past, but it's enough. I've got enough ready to be to do the necessary things. I think to go over it. Let's just start with the panels that were cut from episode 7. I have those organized at least. It looks like a lot, but really it's just a lot of speech bubbles, as you can see. It's like a ton of speech bubbles, but it's not like these entire scenes were cut out or anything. So, yeah, this little bit of Kami saying you have to stay in bed, they just kind of gloss over that. There's a lot of these secondary bubbles that get kind of like tossed out. It's kind of redundant little bits. A little shot of Usopp reacts like, "Oh, you all right?" This entire panel was cut, but this is because like the anime does a lot of specific different things. That kind of like restructures the scene a little bit, and a lot of it is this part of the scene gets kind of clunky as a result. So I think it's streamlined pretty well. They do mention like Granny Kokoro, but they don't turn to Kami and be like, "Oh, Kami, when you turn 30, you'll grow legs like that." They just kind of cut that part out. Again, like they show the shot, but they just don't have like the, kind of the obvious word bubbles here. They actually trimmed this speech bubble, which I don't think happens too often, and then that's very hard to gauge because, like, translation of, the subs of the anime versus what Viz has. But it's definitely the case here. I think that he just says like this first part and then cuts the rest of it, and then this shot with, I think pretty much all of what is his name, Papagoo. All of Papagoo's parts in this, when he's explaining things and gets disappointed, I think they cut all those reaction parts out. This little side tangent from Usopp, which I figured they would cut. This was streamlined really, really well, because it became kind of a whole thing of like, say sorry, oh I'm sorry, and the whole thing. Yeah, and please don't tell Sanji that this black back. Yeah, she does say like, don't go in there, you're too beautiful. I think that's enough. But it's sort of a redundant speech bubble. Again, the owner of Mayweather Cafe is more like, context or whatever that doesn't really need to be there. This whole bit is really clunky in the anime because it's a similar wide shot like this. And it's just information that we don't really, really need. They keep the whole, like, Niku Namena or whatever. But Usopp's encouraged, "Oh, let's go in," and whatever, and him repeating the line I figured would be cut, and it was very efficiently. Kami was about the same idea with Papagoo. This reaction of Usopp, but with like a lot of Brooks stuff, like him more skull jokes, which is nice. I think it flows really well. He just has these ladies and he's like, "Whoa, we got worked up." I think it works well. And then another random peon reaction that's very easy to cut. So honestly, not very consequential cuts whatsoever, as usual. I think they've been pretty great with those for the most part. And then the next chapter, which is 611. Again, this entire panel was cut, but again, it's kind of redundant because they're clearly doing that, escaping without noticing. This joke is said later on. I don't have it as like screen capped here, but this joke is not cut completely. It's said twice, is what it is. This is also redundant, I think, but yeah, the scene flows really well. This whole panel's cut. It just goes right from them like, "Oh, I can stop him," and he's like, "Oraiku." It's just a different panel, which I think is a fair cut. This makes sense to cut a lot of these little blurbs here because the anime makes entire shots out of each of these. So totally fine, in my opinion. I don't even know if the original anime had this part of Mitsuke, he found us, or it just goes Hody Jones or whatever. Honestly, not missed at all. It's totally fine. Yes, this third part of him being interrupted is cut, but he's already they clearly are just ignoring him in the way that Fishman Island Log specifically edits it is really funny. I think it is really effective. Um, I figured this would be trimmed because it's kind of clunky in the original. So it's just very easy to just go from Brooks' line to them running outside. More peon people just talk. This entire panel is cut. You know, where is he by himself? Like, oh, some bigger pirate. It's not possible. It's just a lot. It just doesn't really need to happen. All this stuff's here, but just not this part with him. Oh, a whale? Like, yeah. And then this panel is also basically cut. I think that the general shot is there, but this line from the guy was those humans. So I basically that the whole panel was cut in that regard. So really, I don't think very much, which is very impressive because 610 specifically is fairly dense with info dumping. So honestly, really effective adaptation in my opinion. So I think this next episode is going to do 612 and 613, and we can tell with the next episode preview here, which I've laid out all the clips that are in this next episode preview on the timeline. But it's them flying up to the castle. They go in. Vanderdecken's introduced. Caribou's back. And Luffy stumbles into Shirahoshi's bedroom. And then the fishmen kind of corner the Straw Hats, and Zoro protects them. And this is from the second chapter of him kind of talking and eating, or the second episode, I should say. And Shirahoshi as well, the second chapter as well. More shots of Best Girl, and yeah, it's the best thing ever. Cannot wait for watch this episode. I'm very happy and excited. So the way One Piece basically loosely adapts it. So again, One Piece is doing kind of a they're kind of doing different halves. They're kind of adapting it into different. So basically, like the two chapters, they're one behind basically. Like instead of adapting 612 and 613 in this episode, they did 611 and 612. So they're kind of so this half here is all the 612 material, and this is all the 613 material. And this all together is 28 minutes 17 seconds without a 90-second OP, without a 30-second eye catch, and without an ED, which totals about like just 4 minutes exactly, with Fishman Log technically. So that would be 32 minutes, and so they have to cut that from 32 minutes to the log episodes are 23:49. So 32. They have to cut like 8 minutes, I think. 9 minutes. I think they have to cut a little under 9 minutes of what One Piece decided to, the way they were able to truncate things, which is within reason, right? There wasn't any crazy edits that they did like last time. It's just a couple of clunky edits in places, but it's not too bad. So this, again, the top is, let me just sorry. Yeah. So yeah, that's the amount that One Piece covers. Very minimal cuts, all things considered. And I haven't done the highlighting on the bottom, so we can do that now to really get a. That's the extent of what I was able to work on, really. So let's get into it. Title card. It's fine. So this is a kind of a foreshadowing of what Vanderdecken is doing. I would say that's a further kind of stretching out material. It's not an original scene. And One Piece kind of is able to trim this up a little bit. Whatever. Yeah, they were able to get like extra shots of the barrel cut for whatever. Kind of able to find whatever little small incremental things they can cut, but for the most part, they can't cut it much of this. Um, they were able to. So this is like an extended scene. It cuts back and forth to them. It doesn't look like anything happened. Look at that. Like what is even the sound effect here? Yeah, they're just kind of again. That's what that's what I figure happens. A lot of the ways that they're able to stretch the scene out is they get to this point in the music, and so they let the music play out, and there isn't much creative choices in the visual department as a result, unfortunately. Yeah, so then he emerges, and they're like, of course. Very prolonged scenes of them chasing and everything. But I bet because of the way the dialogue is layered in, or the music or whatever, One Piece couldn't touch pretty much any of this. So I think this is a fairly easy scene to abbreviate. Very likely, at least. Yeah, like this whole... it's still going. This is like 2 pages in the manga. And that's the end of the scene. And then actually it still kind of keeps going a little bit. Yeah, so like about here. This whole thing, like, yeah. Basically up to here. Is 3 minutes. They could probably make that 1 minute. You can already cut 2 minutes maybe, arguably, out of that ish. But there was nothing anime specific or anime original that was like, I wish I could show the manga. Well, I'll show when I need to. So far there isn't any reason to. Alright. It's not, this is just a title card or whatever. Now they're like, our friends have been kidnapped, help. Okay, it was 3 pages. That whole sequence was 3 pages. And now it's here. And like, they were kidnapped. It's like, yeah, it was the Straw Hats, wasn't it? It's like, no, it really wasn't. But they suspect it because they're Ningens or something. And then the prince is interviewing the mermaid. She's like, yeah, we really need to get rid of Luffy. I unfortunately trust my premonitions. It doesn't look like this scene was redrawn, but definitely like the warbly lines make it look cooler. Kind of like Oda's current art style, to be honest, which is nice in my opinion. Nothing much cut here. They're talking. And then yeah, for whatever reason, they have to make these like I don't know why. The location boxes were adapted this way. Very strange. Yeah, the Fishman. This shot of Luffy is cut, which is too bad. I think it looks kind of cool, but they can because there's the music kind of allowed it to happen. So it's like anything that's not dialogue or something they'll cut. Yeah, so a lot of gaps here, but you already see a remastered shot is being snuck in. Yeah, Jamon. But like, yeah, so One Piece cuts this scene, but Log is at least keeping it in some regard. But look how faster it goes. You know what I mean? So they'll just speed it up with things like that. There's a cute little original shot, I guess. I would think this is. Let me see. Yeah, I definitely don't see it in the manga, so I'll say like right here is sort of an original shot where Nami kind of looks over and sees a dude, and he's like, oh wow. Just kind of show more of the world building stuff, but I'd say it's original. Just talking. this whole part is cut from One Piece, which I wonder what they say here. Oh, right. So he's okay. So Brooke is reflecting on Sanji. I believe this is original because yeah, they flash back to this for the third time. Yeah, and they're still talking about it. Oh yeah, this whole mermaid thing. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all original. Probably not going to make it in log. Really great shot of Nami here, to be honest. I just like the shot, the composition here. But what does she say? I wonder. Okay, I don't really know what that is. Why did I think maybe I was like maybe I'd understand it. I don't know. I know a little Japanese. So like there is a shot of like, oh, this is funny. Check, look at this. The way One Piece edits this. Oh God! Of course it froze. Look at this. Ah. So like, frame by frame. Ah. I guess when you watch it, it's really, it honestly you don't really notice it. But they cut this part of Luffy also drooling like Neptune, and they you know the drool's floating away, and then it wipes away. So they just cut that little chunk out, which I guess is original. But let me see. Let me see. There's a shot of him drooling. I haven't looked at the dialogue, unfortunately, and I can't. With this is why I try to do this before stream, but I don't have that. That's okay. I don't see them drooling, so I want to guess that's original. Oops. But we'll see. This cutaway with Nami. I'm looking in the manga, and I actually don't see that. That's interesting. I don't know what she's discussing, or I guess I just have to read. But reading is boring. Let's see. Do you know where the others are? Frankie said he's looking for the family of someone called Tom, and Robin went to find some sort of historical thing. Anything happen at your end? Kind of, I guess. So, they basically kind of. Let's see. Does Luffy ask that over here? Yeah. So then you see One Piece down here flashes to it really quick, and it probably just has voiceover. I don't know. Or something really quick. So I would say this is all original here. To an extent, I would say it's yellow. This is just that's straight up just recap. Let me get that. So that's like a kind of elaboration. This is recap. And this is further kind of material stretching almost. I might even just put it like right here. And then they straight up explain what they want to do. And it's like, huh? It's just like, yeah, I guess that's what they're doing. Yep. Because there's no audio here, One Piece is able to truncate this, like, what is this, 3 seconds? 2 seconds! Great job, guys. I mean, that's essentially what log is doing as well. It's just so funny and transparent seeing that's how they make those decisions. We're like, oh, because we can. I see, therefore I can do it, kind of deal. And he's talking about the world building and such. More really cool reaction shots. Like, look at this. I love this shot. This is so nice. But of course, because they can, they will. Because there's no direct information or from the manga or whatever, they'll cut it. But I bet log will Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But like I think it's such a great shot. I think they'll keep it. Boop, and the whole thing. Now I guess the reason One Piece cuts all this stuff out is because the manga doesn't directly have it. So there's a boop. I'm looking at the manga here. Da, 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 da. Okay. Yeah, here comes the thing. And then, yeah, they go right. It is I. They open it. And let's go. And they just can't wait to see. Yeah, hang on to your bubbles. And they really don't show the whole extra part. So this is technically, like, I would say this is more yellow. It's not a fully original scene. Because it is just explaining how they get in there. You know? And then they do the whole thing. Which I think is fair. Why is there a gap right here? Did I move that? Boy. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. This conversation between Papagu and Kami, I guess, is original. It doesn't look like they have any dialogue. Yeah. Let's see if I can see what they say. Ah. All right. I don't quite. All right. An original thing to say. Very cool. One Piece doesn't cut any of this, and this is obviously a lot of music and various shots. I think they can tighten this up quite a bit. Quite a bit. And I guess this particular line of Luffy doesn't get... And then, yeah, One Piece just is able to, like, because there's no background music, they're able to just cut from, like, this face to this, to them going back like that. That's interesting that, like, that's just glue. Like, that is what happens, but I guess the manga doesn't show it. But I'm almost positive Log will show it, because it just makes sense. Yeah, they're just kind of showing the scene again. Which is not original, it's just, an elaboration. Yeah, so this whole part gets cut out because I guess in the manga, let me check it out. Yeah, you can see here, One Piece cuts this entire chunk out over here. Because I guess... Yeah, I was thinking to divide around the divine section. Use just here. And yeah, it just goes sniff, sniff, and it disappears behind the door. There's a big banquet. They don't even have like this whole sequence of Luffy going through the thing. But you can see Fishman Island Log includes it. They have a little bit there as well. The difference here is crazy. Yeah, like just the really nice. Floating through, but yeah, see a lot of this could probably be cut in just like in a truncated way. And he makes his way through there, and he's like, "Oh, where am I?" And then smells some stuff, and he sees the food, and then they just kind of pick it up from there. Yep. Sees big door. And One Piece is even just like, because they freaking this shot of him opening the door takes, where is it? This single shot is 6 seconds. So they just struggles a little bit, and then gets to open it. Little bits like that, you know, are ways that they can elongate it. But this is all building up tension and stuff. Like, this is all great stuff. They include this shot. Actually, it's right here that they include that. Over here. Look at that. There's really not much difference. So it's not a redraw, but there are some redraws in the next episode preview. Sees the food. Further, so One Piece cuts this little bit. Just him, you know, talking. He's like, "Oh, what is this feeling? It's so sudden and new." Bounces on a thing. When, Log has this shot. Look at this. They actually remove the drop shadow, like the shadow casting thing. And I don't think it's redrawn. Like, it doesn't look redrawn to me, but maybe it is. Yep. Squishy. And he's like, "Oh, I'll climb on it. Oh, look at that. Oh, I'm going." And then more bouncing and stuff. You know, One Piece is able to cut it because there's no music happening at this point. So any point that they can, they'll do. A little bit of Fishman and Log there. Again, the difference is interesting. This is Log. This is the original. They take out that really heavy gradient so that you can actually kind of see better of what's going on. Maybe that's not the, you know, that's interesting. Yeah, not a great shot, in my opinion. There's Best Girl. It looks great. The shot, I should say. Just another, like, cut back to his, like, he has the expression there. And then him again. Yeah, and then back to this. This is great. She's great. I'm so excited. And then, I guess because it's technically not in the manga or something. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. It's a 2-page spread. No, it is there. There's the panel right in the corner here. You see this? I can't do a single page view, but over here on the left, far left. Under they have to come to tell me too. She's crying, and then there's a splat and everything. How big her tears are. Very cute. Boo, boo. Like, that's in the manga, but I guess they cut that anyway. Interesting. And then yeah, just look at this. Look at the difference here. Look at this. Oh, it's so good. Colors are so good. I love how bold everything looks. Oh my gosh. And she's crying, and it's so cute. Yep, and there she is. She's the best. She's so strong because she's endured that pain for 10 years. Yada yada. Alright. Now for the next episode. Which again, you can see how much coverage the One Piece. Ooh. Because of the pitch black. Here we go. You can see how much One Piece covers based on in contrast with the original. Not much they cut, but I'll say that this other stuff is like yellow. There's nothing. Actually, this is just a straight up like shot of the. Yeah, that's all. Yeah, like this is yellow, but straight up that's just from the anime. I mean, from the manga that they cut. Yeah, further embellishment. It's really all embellishment, which is good news. It's not like super dense. So it should be fairly easy to adapt all of that in half an episode. I didn't do all the cutting myself, but well, I just took what One Piece did without any edits. Yeah, that's all sort of a stretch. And this is original, actually. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now let's go for this. Bum bum bum. Starts with the anglerfish. Let's see what the manga does with this. So interestingly, it starts with Vanderdecken talking. So this interaction that Wadatsumi has with the anglerfish over here doesn't necessarily happen. It might be a reiteration of him being like, "Don't eat the thing" or whatever. And he's like, "Hey, what do you get the thing?" "Not yet, sir." And there's Vanderdecken. Woohoo! I actually didn't quite sync this yet. So there's that part, and then there's. Let me get a crop on this. Do-ba-do-do-do-do-do. Look at that. Very different. They actually don't bring in the yellow, the multicolored lights at all. Interesting. Wait, when does he? Okay, so in log he's spinning, but does he ever spin? Spin. Let's go. Oh, there he is. Yeah, okay, he does spin, but there's no multicolored lights. Wow, look at that. Completely different. Yeah, completely different. Let me see if I can. I don't know if this is like syncable. Sort of. I don't know. Difficult. I gotta get the whole shot. And I guess like a further. I guess this other dialogue is not here. I think. Bahohoho. And all the time I've wondered the vast seafloor. I've seen just so there's a chunk right here that's not adapted. That's not that One Piece doesn't take. What does he say? That's great. Very just kind of a repeated phrase at least. Yeah. He doesn't necessarily do that. I don't see it. Yeah. Okay. And One Piece keeps these lines. Aww. Alright. I guess this little bit of him talking isn't in there. So there she is. She's crying. Oh, this is interesting. So you see here, it came from Shadow the Prince. That was her cry. What happened in security? Was anyone by her side? Sorry to mix up the changing of the guard. So that's all kind of like. So they start with her crying and everything, and then do the guard stuff. Yeah, that little part, because that's not in the because it's just not in the manga, but it's just embellishment. And she's crying, and it's the cutest thing ever. And then, there's a log clip. Doesn't look very different. Oh no! And then One Piece is able to just go from here to kind of like that. Because yeah, if she goes like Han, he can just kind of see it, and then he just moves immediately. But the anime originally just has her react. Vanderdeken's like, I'm aiming for her chest. Yeah, and he kind of awkwardly jumps in the way. Doesn't look great, so I think this could be a good cut for Log to imitate. And then he's, yeah, yep. Saves her. And then this whole giant chunk. What could possibly be here? It's Otis. Hello. His eyes fade into the nipples. Yeah. So the manga, once he throws the axe back, the gates open. What happened here? And right, the axe fly in, and the guards kind of trample in. So yeah, they trample in, and oh, are you hurt? And you don't even see her grab Luffy. He's just like, kind of behind her back immediately. So he sees that there's a cutaway, or maybe it's not a cutaway. Let's see. Oh, it is. It's a totally different scene. And I guess One Piece never really addresses it. What are they talking about? Yeah, because they like seize them because there's a prophecy, or they said you would be bad or whatever. But I guess that doesn't happen in the manga unless maybe they skipped ahead. Let's look. There's more Shirahoshi focus, and then yeah, he's like, why don't we go out for a walk? And then it's like, capture the humans. There's only 3 of them. If you resist arrest, you only make things worse. But if we didn't do anything, we don't want to be Yeah, so this is a original scene. But it's not like an additional thing. It's just context. I think it's just context. Because this is what happens, and it's just like glue, you know what I mean? And then even this part, like her being like actually grabbing him is also kind of glue in its own way. Because like it technically happens, it just Oda didn't show it. Little lines that they can cut, like even just like... Because there's no music, and it's not in the manga, I guess. They'll cut it. And maybe Log will too, because, they need every cut they can get here. And I guess that part, the other guard be talking or whatever. Further, Luffy, they kind of just bring that part in. Then, because they can cut it, they will. They save, 3 seconds? 1 second. Wow. Okay, another extra second of Luffy. Oh no, what a crime. More dialogue that I guess is original, or at least One Piece didn't cut it. Oh, yeah, right. Because I've been doing this cut, but I didn't look too deeply into it. The fact that the shark Megalo wasn't in her room, and then suddenly he is. So to my knowledge, he is not in the room at all. And then they're in the guards or whatever, and then she's there kind of talking. I just had a bad dream. Oh, we had her voice. Seems there's a problem. And then all of a sudden, Megalo's already in the room. So it just it makes sense for the anime to include the context of him entering the fucking room. Which is fine. And I think they'll include all that. It'll just be really well. It'll just be very. It'll just be really well abbreviated. That's funny. Yep. I guess they keep. Yeah, I guess that part was also not in there. Because like Luffy makes a noise or something. Oh, he makes a grumbling noise. Okay. So then, where's that in the? But their captain must have suspected something. We'll capture the. Yeah. So this grumbling part is just another added part. That's completely original, but there is context to that because I think, later on she gives him food and stuff. I think that's fair to say as a glue section. I think Megalo sees him. Is not even in the manga actually, where you don't even realize that Megalo sees Luffy before they leave. A little like cover over the mouth. It's cute. Of course, One Piece cuts it. Yeah, further interrogation. I think that's a little more padding, but again, it's not like wholly original or something. And then yeah, they're able to just they're able to kind of get away with that. Look at this great shot that they cut out. Look at this. So all like these two shots of the exteriors are just ways that they're able to kind of throw something without. They just make like a different door noise or something, but they're not really part of this part. But like all of that, this shot gets cut. That's so gorgeous. But we'll see if one log includes that. I bet they will, because it's a really great shot. But that's all stretched. And she's like, okay, she's saying, and she's talking, oh my god, thanks for saving my life. And he's like, yeah, I don't know why One Piece thinks this is like, oh, well, let me cut that second out because I can. Like, I don't know why they're being so anal. When they don't have, the thing is, right, why are they being so anal about this and truncating as much time as possible when they don't have a strict time limit, They can make the episodes however fucking long they want. They made this episode is like 28 minutes, and then like the episode after is fucking 45. Let me just list out the episode lengths real quick. Oh my god. Yeah. Fucking, let me say episode. Give me the fucking episode title, please. So their episode 4, Fishman, is 28 minutes. Episode 5 is 27 minutes. Episode 6 is 29 minutes. Episode 7 is 34 minutes. Episode 8 is 45 minutes. So it goes from 29 to 34 to 45 and then back to 34. Like, they can just do whatever, so why make these incremental, like, very minuscule fucking second-long cuts that don't make a fucking lick of difference? I agree. It looks so nice. Ridiculous. This little, like, this cute little, imaginary scenario, I guess. They just cut that. They just go like from here. You look at the corner here. I'll just extend the thing here. This is what One Piece does. They just do that and then that. They're like, this so boring! Boring! No fun allowed. No fun allowed. I would give this one an original, actually. Because I really think they punched that moment up really nice. My computer's always being really weird just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Hate when that happens. Saite. Okay. I don't think I missed a redraw. There's a certain redraw coming up that I think is good. I'm hungry, and then there's the eye catch. Then this is really okay. So him specifying he's hungry is, I guess, anime original or something. Fucking okay. It's not. That's the whole reason he came here is for food. This is all elaborated because he does eat in the manga. He's just going after this bread or whatever. But it's this great animation sequence. I can't hear properly. I'm trying to fix. I'm sorry. This is great animation sequence. We're like, and they're not going to cut it. Like, you already have this scene right here. They're not going to cut this part. Yeah. And then back here. This nice shot here. And then they're not really touching it up very much. They haven't really redrawn anything here. I guess this is elaborated. Oh yeah, this is like a flashback, so I can. I'll mark that as flashback here. Do-do-do-do-do-do. This is a great shot. Look at that. So funny. But of course, there's important dialogue here, so One Piece is keeping it. Really funny. This is interesting. So like, it's a specifically kind of expressive animation piece. Log is significantly redrawn it, but still keeping the same kind of timing and motion to it. Let me get the whole shot here so I can. She's so good. Look at this. Crazy redraw. Crazy redraw. Look at that. But like the timing is the same. I don't know if maybe they'll keep the there. That's crazy. All right, more of that. Very funny. Look at this redraw. Woo! Let me see if I can do a proper sync of it. Okay, so she opens her eyes here. 1, 2. There we go. Totally different. Very major redraw. Let's like, hard to tell with the text obviously, but look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Totally different. And she looks so good in both versions. Oh man. Boy, I cannot wait for this episode. I don't think they redrew anything here. Let me just do a 50% just, for posterity. You're cute. You have cute round cheeks. Hey, don't do that. I was like, don't yell at me. No one's ever yelled at me. Oh no. Sha. And he's like, wow, you're big, but you cry a lot. She's like, oh my god, no one's ever been this mean to me. Oh my god. She's like, wow, you crying? I'm like, I hate you. Ah! It's so funny. She's like, no. Oh my god. She's like, please go away. Holy shit. Oh, it's the best. I guess a little bit they can cut because it's whatever. This one low-key didn't even need a redraw. I know! That's the thing. Some of it is like, wow. But they're doing it anyway. Halfway there, she's so cute. I cannot stand it. He's like, let's go for a walk, huh? And then this is an entirely anime original scene that, of course, One Piece cuts. Which is understandable. Of, you know, Zoro and the... He's like talking like, whoa, he did the thing. Oh, we're gonna capture this guy. And then he heard they're like, huh? What's go-? And that's the context that he knows that things are going on. So I'll say that's original, but it's contextual. It still makes sense. Yeah. Ding ding ding. Yeah, this part, because good lord, man, because the fucking manga just cuts to them like just standing and there's no actual like, because the manga doesn't show them falling down, they'll cut that. It's so tedious. No fun allowed. And then and then just goes whoosh. Yeah, and there's the redraw. There's the log, which I really love when it's underwater. Like it just looks so good. Is it here? No, is it here? Kind of here, basically. Look at this. So this one doesn't have any redraws. That's fine. Not everything needs to be redrawn. This looks good. We stop looking badass. But I love how darker, like how underwater it looks. How much more underwater it looks, I should say. Yep. Oh, cool guy, cool guy. Don't think there's a... let's see if I can resync that. Oh, it's this way. There we go. I don't think there's a redraw on that. Nope. Really nice. All the work that goes into like doing all the shading though. Really a lot of incredible work on this. I think that's so good. I guess this little bit is extra. What do they say here? Oh, it's just its comment, but like they've gotten much stronger. I don't know if they've already said, but it's a little elaborate. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, we're not gonna be taken lightly. It's like, well, who do you think you are, man? And then Zoro comes to the rescue here. Bada bing. Look at this. Look at this friggin' redraw, bro. Oh my god. This shit is next level. He even redrew the body. They even did a little bit more of the swords. They actually changed the sword design a little bit too. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Ooh, boy. Can't stop looking at it. So good. Even just this. Even with his mouth open. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. And then a little bit of extra bit that I guess is not in the manga technically. Whoo-wee. A little extra with the guard being like, oh, step right in, sir. Kochira desu. Do. Yeah. I wonder if log will include that as well. Again, it's glue. It's not like a wholly original thing. He actually kind of stops them from cheering and... Alright. But I guess I'll call that a little extended. Then we formed an alliance. Yay! The little chanting, I guess, it doesn't happen in the manga. And then they get reunited. Yay. Okay. Neat. It's 52. I doubt maybe CR has it. Oh, I didn't make a mark about the redraw. Well, I think no, I think I make these purple when it's like a complete redraw. Something like that. But I haven't done that sort of labor in a while. But I don't have much time to, because I really got to get these videos I'm working on done. Or just started. Like I just did the intros for all 3 videos, but I've not finished I've not really gone any further than that. They have a long way to go. Not great. Oh, it's up. Oh, perfect. I love it. Okay. Boom 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 bum 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 bum. All right. Yeah, I'll give a couple seconds. Yeah, a couple seconds. Yeah. I have to check my, some notifications. Dooba-dooba-doo. Okay, let's do it. Cannot wait any longer. We're ready. We're gonna go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, it loaded a little. I'm a little behind. Shit, I messed it up. Stupid motherfucker. Okay. Stupid Crunchyroll loaded. Alright, sorry. Going back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Go Pog. Okay. Alright, I gotta make sure I'm definitely following along with the manga, because I did not look as closely about what they could cut and what they couldn't. Definitely gotta look and see. So I want to. I'm interested to see how long they do Caribou. It takes three. It's 3 pages, but I expect they could probably only take like 90 seconds, like a minute 30 or maybe 2 minutes. The original is 3 minutes, so let's see how much they can truncate it. We go. Yeah. Nice. Get right into it. Nice. Lot of speech bubbles cut right here. Wow. But like it's enough information. Like you already know what's happening. Ooh. Oh wow. And wow, 3 minutes nine. So that was like, yeah, it was about two. It was about two. 3 minutes minus 2:30. That was like nine. Yeah, I think that was about 90 seconds, because a minute 30 of the OP plus, or something like that. Not to mention the Toei OP. That was even quicker than I thought. That was really efficient. But let me get the chat. There's no denying it. Yeah, they did keep the shot. Nice. Oh yeah, those two panels got cut. What a great redraw. That looks great. Or maybe it's not a redraw. I don't know. Yeah, they're breathing this a good deal. Yeah, that whole panel, this whole panel of Kami and Usopp talking just got cut. Ah, Zoro datte. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's see if they cut to this. Ooh, they do show the flashback. Wow. I love this track. I love this OST. They cut a little bit of Papagoo chomping on her head. That's totally fine. A lot of Papagoo getting cut, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, the last episode had a number of cuts too, which is totally fine. I would rather Papagoo get cut than a Straw Hat. Which again, and then even like Straw Hat stuff getting cut, and it's like it's okay stuff. I love this track that they're using. And see, he's getting good moments. Oh wow, the Frankie, some of the. Okay, yeah. They're gonna cut the bubble stuff here. So here it comes, and then they're just gonna go. Yep, there you go. Which is in the manga. That's fine. A little Papagoo Brook, that Okami Brook thing got cut as well. Oh wow, I think they just cut like a whole reaction shot, which is fine. It did not look very good. Ah. They did abbreviate that little bit of him leaving, but they did show him like sniffing or whatever. I think that's pretty much what One Piece did. Oh, yep. So One Piece did cut this, but Log kept it, which is good. Yeah, I don't think they overlaid the dialogue like that. That's really good. They cut another Papagoo line. Ah, they're cutting Papagoo like crazy, but they kept this anime original stuff, which is great. They actually kept a little of him struggling there. That's good. The sound effects are crazy. Oh, the sound effects are crazy. They kept this awful shot in the original of him like, ah, God. Ningyo. Oh. I'm also, if I'm not I could be wrong. I don't think she's voiced by Nana Mizuki, but she definitely sounds like it. I think Nana Mizuki plays uh Momo's sister. I forgot her name in Wano. Yeah, but that was good. That's also right as I was expecting. So that's that chapter. They pretty much did the same thing in One Piece, where they kind of cut this little bit of Watatsumi's dialogue. And then we get some Watu Takagi action. Oh, she's voiced by Yukana in. Dedo de Mergida. Yeah, they cut this whole panel, I bet. Totally fair. Ooh. Ooh! Whew. They did keep that. That's good. And they're probably gonna keep this shot of the shot of Megalo swimming in. Dun, 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 dun. Oh wow, Megalo's just there now. Okay, never mind. Fair enough. Okay, yeah, they just cut that shot that I was showed earlier. That's the really nice one. Totally fine. Really well paced so far. Yeah. I bet that's a redraw. All right, here we go. Mmm. Let's see how much they cut here. They'll probably trim some stuff. Nice. Cute. Oh yeah, they cut a lot of that. They cut a whole bunch. But not all of it. Oh yeah, that's a good, yeah. Cute. Oh, they cut the little line of him saying you ask too many questions. That was cute. That was good. Oh. Ah! No, not this track. No. Cute. Good. They did include them dropping. Hell yeah, tasteful choice. No reflection. That was good. That's interesting. Hell yeah. They cut this panel of guards talking, of course. This is really good. Ooh! Nice, nice. Yes, they did keep that. That's good. That was really good flow. Very good. Again, very in line. Gosh, Shirahoshi is CC in Code Geass. I'm just looking at other stuff that she was in. Yukana. Oh, she's Akiko in Time of Eve. That's nice. Oh, that's where I've heard her from. Holy shit. She's Yuki Honoka in Futarawa Precure. She's the white dress Precure in the original Precure. She's great. I would have said that even if I didn't know that, by the way. She was great as Shirahoshi. She honestly sounds so much like Nana Mizuki. It's crazy. And I'd say that about Honoka as well. Alright, I'm going to watch the next episode preview at this ED. I'm just still scrolling through her mail. Okay, what do we got? Oh my gosh, that looked great. Me too. Ah, that's great. Okay. Let's do a quick look at the chapters. Was it this one or the next? There's one instance where One Piece took it upon themselves to do 3 chapters in one episode for some reason. And it's not even that long. Like, their 45-minute episode does... oh, yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, so 34-minute episode for 14, 15, and then chapter 16 through 18 they do all in one batch in like one episode. So they did like 45-minute episode for that. But we're looking at next time 14 and 15 is my guess. But let's see. So they're talking and arguing. There's a little bit of yep, there's Chopper and Sanji. And he's trying to convince her to go. And then there's a moment of them leaving and Brook and the others see it's like, oh, is that Luffy and Megalo? Yep. There's her in it. It's cute. I'm doing great. Oh, and that's the end of volume 62. So let's look through let's look through the next chapter and see. All right, markers for 6:15. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So there's more Sanji and Chopper, but does he run away? A woman, and Chopper kind of runs off. So let's see. Audio's a little low. Yeah, sorry. I'm just sort of mumbling almost. My bad. But I'm going to pull up the put those ocean sounds down a little bit. I'm going to try to pull up the next episode preview for this ish. Hold on, actually. Oy vey. I'll pull it back up just on my end, I guess. Yeah, so there's this little bit of Chopper acting shy. And this bottom panel right here. Right here. This is at least about the next episode. So they're definitely touching 6:15, chapter 6:15. Then they counter Hachin. I didn't see that in the next episode preview. There's some Vanderdecken. It's a flashback of sorts with Hachin and all them. And that's talking a bit. Yeah, Vanderdecken kind of showing off his powers. Pretty major scene with them. Yeah, and then it ends with a shot of Jinbei and the grave. Yeah, there's Hachin. Yeah, so it's a lot. That's definitely happening. They're definitely adapting 613. Yep. Okay. No indication they make it to that shot, but the two episodes that it would do is 533 and 534. 533 ends on the end of that chapter when she, all here where she escapes and everything. And then this episode ends with the shot of Jinbei and the grave and everything. So I think my guess for episode 9 it's going to be 533 and 534 with chapters 614, 615. It's going to be very interesting because, like, with the amount of episodes that they said that they were going to be, with Log being 21 episodes, they really have been consistently doing 2 chapters an episode, like 2 chapters an episode, really rock solid consistently, and there's not enough episodes. Like, if they keep at that pace, it would have to be about 26 episodes. I think it was another. Because to think about it, if it's been like, well, this was okay. No, it's been 2 chapters the entire time, like without fail. They have not shifted that formula up yet. If it's 57 chapters and 2 chapters per episode, that would have to mean one of the episodes is 3 chapters somehow. Like, it's probably one that has a lot of action in it. It's probably like towards the climax, I think. So if they say it was 56, quote unquote, that would be 25, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 28 episodes. Yeah, 28 episodes. Which is 7 more than they said that it would be. Interesting. So this would be somewhere that they heavily cut some stuff. I'll be very curious to see what they do here. Yeah, not sure. But very interested to find out. Still no guess. I guess I could read further into Fishman and like try to make guesses. I guess with like really judging the material. I could probably try to prep that for next time, but also next time is like Christmas and all. I'm way too busy to do that for next week. So we're just gonna keep riding by the seat of our pants and see how it goes. So far, I'm very impressed and very much enjoying this log, this remaster. Thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys have a good night. I was hoping to see you next week. If not, I mean, hopefully, but there's another party, and I'll probably be late for that one, so I might not be here next week, or maybe I'll do it on the Sunday instead. Wakaran. We'll see. All right. Yo, peace.